What's going on in Myanmar? 4 years ago, Myanmar's hope for democracy was shattered.
You remember this video? On Monday, February 1st, 2021, while filming her morning routine, this lady accidentally captured the beginning of a military coup. Look closely at the vehicle in the background. They are actually on their way to arrest and detain elected leaders, Daw Aung San Suu Kyi and President U Win Myint. The military seized power.
ဥပဒေနဲ့အညီဖြည့်ရှင်းရန်လိုအပ်ပါသဖြင့်နိုင်ငံတော်အားအရေးပေါ်အခြေအနေကြေညာလိုက်သည်နိုင်ငံတော်၏ဥပဒေပြုရေးအုပ်ချုပ်ရေးနှင့်တရားစီရင်ရေးအာဏာတို့အားတပ်မတော်ကာကွယ်ရေးချုပ်ထံသို့လွှဲအပ်တာဝန်ပေးလိုက်သည်
including their leader Aung San Suu Kyi.
Four years ago, Myanmar's hope for democracy was shattered. The people rose in protest, only to be met with bullets, arrest, and terror. The war was staged as Myanmar street ran red. In that time, global headlines screaming for justice.
Myanmar's 10-year journey to democracy appears to be over.
The military takeover has sparked the biggest demonstrations seen in Myanmar in more than a decade.
A stark warning from the UN Special Envoy on Myanmar, quote, a bloodbath is imminent.
Security forces shot more than 100 people dead.
Let's go to Myanmar.
Myanmar. The military has carried out a coup d'etat in Myanmar.
But as time passed, the war moved on. Myanmar faded from the news. Yet, the fight never ended. The war was as soldiers turned their gun on an armed cross. But as war in Ukraine and Gaza take over the news, Myanmar's suffering became invisible. Yet the people refused to surrender. From the ashes of protest, a revolution was born. The National Unity Government NUG and People Defense Force PDF emerged, uniting ethnic armed groups in a nationwide resistance. For 4 years, they had fought, not with tanks and jets, but with courage and sacrifice.
To protect civilians from the bloody military crackdowns in Myanmar, a defense task force has been formed by the country's shadow government. So far, more than 200 NGOs have called on the UNSC to impose an arms embargo.
From the shadows, a new army rose. No trained soldiers, but teachers, farmers, and teenagers They are weapons, homemade rifle, and unbreakable promise. No return to dictatorships.
If you like, is on the ropes.
Is losing significant land, significant territories.
Myanmar is now at the verge of state failure.
This is Myanmar.
Against all odds, the resistance grew. Junta strongholds fell one by one. Villages once through fear were reclaimed by the people. In the mountain, in the jungles, in the city. Courage stood against tyranny. Hope flick, but then disaster struck again. In March 2025, a devastating earthquake shook Myanmar to its core. Home crumbled, roads split apart, and thousands were left trapped beneath their ruins. The people needed help, desperate for food, water, and medicine. But instead of setting it, the junta sent a strike to people. While the world offered relief, the general delivered a strike. Phone for weary school workers stood. The people fighting to survive were attacked again, not just by nature, but by their own rulers. Sadly, Myanmar was but highlight the war remember, but with it?
Myanmar's military junta has continued airstrikes even after a massive earthquake hit the country.
To our top story now, the number of people known to have been killed in Myanmar following a powerful earthquake.
Myanmar's people have endured too much. The fight not just for freedom, but surviving. The war must not look away again. The junta must fall. The revolution must win.
All kinds of people have joined the fight, from established armed groups to students and activists who want democracy. The main resistance group are the People's Defense Forces, or PDF. These are the areas they control. The PDF are essentially the boots on the ground for a rival opposition government that was set up after the coup, called the National Unity Government. Now, while the PDF have been pretty effective, it's really the ethnic groups that have been making a difference. One group, known as the Afghan Army, is now in full control of the border with Bangladesh after pushing the military out. In this video, you can see soldiers waving white flags and surrender. There are lots of reports of how the military has been struggling to get enough people to fight for them.
Myanmar's people have endured too much. They fight not just for freedom, but survival. The world must not look away again. The junta must fall. The revolution must win.
The people of Myanmar stay fighting. Where you stand with them? ရေတော်ဘုံအောင်ရမည်